Right now, your teeth are crowded inside a skull that was not supposed to fail. You brush them, floss them, maybe wear braces, and think this is just genetics alone. But look at ancient skulls, and something feels almost insulting about what you see today. Their teeth are often straighter, their jaws wider, and their faces more powerful than ours. They had no toothpaste, no dentist, no orthodontists, and no mirrors judging their smile daily. Yet many of them had mouths that modern humans pay thousands of dollars to rebuild on. So what happened to us? The answer is not that evolution made bad teeth alone. The answer is that civilization changed your mouth faster than your bones could ever adapt. For most of human history, eating was not soft, fast, or convenient at all, ever. Food fought back. Roots were tough. Meat was fibrous. Seeds were gritty. Skins were hard. Every meal was a workout for the face, the jaw, and the muscles around it. Before blenders, red flour, baby food, and noodles, chewing was serious physical labor every day. And that labor mattered, because bone is not just a fixed piece of furniture either. Bone responds to stress. Push it, pull it, use it, and it grows differently too. Your jaw was designed to develop under pressure, the same way legs develop by walking. Now compare that to a modern child. Soft cereal, yogurt, pasta, white bread, fries everywhere. A mouth can now spend childhood barely working while still getting more calories than ever. The ancient signal that told the jaw to grow strong and wide became strangely quiet. The teeth kept arriving on schedule, but the room they needed was no longer there. Imagine building a house smaller every generation, then blaming the furniture for not fitting inside. That is basically what happened inside the modern human face, quietly and almost everywhere slowly. The change began with one of humanity's greatest inventions, and one of its strangest traps, agriculture. About 10,000 years ago, humans stopped chasing food and started growing it permanently. At first, this sounds like victory. More food, permanent villages, bigger populations. Civilization itself, security. But buried inside that victory was a tiny hidden mechanical disaster for the human mouth. Grain changed everything. Wheat, barley, rice, and corn could be cooked into soft food daily. Instead of tearing meat and grinding wild plants, people ate porridges, breads, and boiled meals. The chewing load dropped, and the skulls began to tell a very different story quickly. Archaeologists can see it. Before farming, many hunter-gatherer skulls once had broad dental arches. Their jaws often had enough space for all 32 teeth, including wisdom teeth comfortably. After farming spread, crowded teeth became more common, and faces gradually became smaller forward too. This was not because humans suddenly evolved weaker genes in only a few thousand years. It was because the environment of the mouth changed during the years bones were growing. Your genes build the plan, but your childhood tells the plan how much space exists. And modern childhood whispers, softly, that the jaw does not need to become huge anymore. Then came industrial food, and the problem accelerated like someone pressed fast forward on evolution. Flour became finer. Meat became tender. Vegetables became canned. Sugar became cheap and everywhere quickly. Machines did the crushing, grinding, slicing, and softening that your ancestors did with their jaws. By the time food entered your mouth, most of the work had already been done. Your teeth became more like decorations at the end of digestion, not tools for survival. And the jaw, receiving less mechanical demand, had fewer reasons to grow into ancient proportions. This is where wisdom teeth became the perfect strange symbol of the modern human mismatch. They are not useless mistakes. For many ancestors, They were the final molars in line. They erupted into jaws that had space, because the whole face had grown around chewing. But in millions of modern mouths, they arrive late and find a wall already waiting. They twist, press, infect, and get removed before they can ever do their job properly. We call them extra teeth, but maybe the real problem is missing jaw at all. Your body still sends the old package to a house that civilization made too small. But food was only part of the story. Childhood itself changed shape around the mouth. Babies once chewed harder foods earlier, gnawed, sucked, cried, and used their faces intensely daily. Modern life softened not just the menu, but the entire training program of the skull. Bottles, pacifiers, purees, and constant soft snacks slowly changed how the tongue and lips behave. Some scientists argue these habits can influence palate width, bite patterns, and jaw posture too. The debate is complicated, but the basic principle is simple enough to understand right away. A growing body is not only inherited. It is practiced into existence every day slowly. Even breathing matters. The nose was supposed to be the main entrance for healthy air. When children chronically breathe through the mouth, the face can grow in different directions slowly. The tongue sits lower. The palate may narrow. The jaw can rotate downward and backward. Not in everyone, and not from one cause, but the pattern appears again and again. The modern face is not smaller. Sometimes it is trained to grow the wrong way. Allergies, congestion, soft diets, indoor air, and habits all join the same quiet conspiracy together. No single villain did this. Civilization rarely breaks us with one dramatic blow at once. It changes 1,000 tiny inputs until the body produces a shape no one planned. And then, when the teeth finally crowd, we treat the result like a personal defect. A child gets braces, expanders, rubber bands, and sometimes teeth pulled for space inside. The orthodontist is not the villain. They are usually repairing a mismatch created long before. Braces are modern medicine trying to negotiate with a skull shaped by modern life daily. They move the teeth, but they cannot rewrite the childhood that first built the jaw. So the same question keeps returning, quietly and uncomfortably. Why is this so common today? Why do so many humans need metal wires to make their own teeth fit properly? A species should not normally require engineering to assemble one of its most basic tools. But here is the strangest part. Crooked teeth are not just about appearance at all. A crowded mouth can trap food, inflame gums, wear teeth unevenly, and complicate cleaning daily. A narrow palate can affect breathing space. A bad bite can stress joints and muscles. The smile is the visible part. Underneath it is architecture, airflow, chewing, and sleep daily. Your mouth is not separate from your body. It is one entrance to everything inside. So when the jaw changes, the consequences can echo through the whole human machine quietly. This does not mean everyone should panic, or that modern food is completely pure evil. Civilization gave us antibiotics, surgery, sanitation, and dentists who can stop unbearable pain every day. The point is darker and more interesting. Progress often solves one problem by creating another. We escape starvation, but soften the world our bodies expected to struggle against daily again. We made food safer, faster, sweeter, and easier, then wondered why the machinery changed inside. Your jaw is not broken because you are weak. It adapted to the signals given. The tragedy is that those signals came from a world your genes had never seen. So the next time you look at your smile, remember it is not only yours.